Ladies, have you ever sat down after a long day and thought, I know I should walk more, but my knees, hips, or back just won't let me? You're not alone. After 60, walking can start to feel more like a chore than a joy. But here's something most women don't know. Heart surgeons and health researchers have uncovered gentle, powerful alternatives that can boost your blood flow, protect your arteries, and even improve your mood, all without putting pressure on your joints. So if walking has become painful or impossible, you're about to discover 5 heart-saving habits that could change how you feel every single day. If you've ever felt limited by age, pain, or fatigue, this channel is for you. Subscribe to Elder Radiance for weekly comfort, healing, and truth. Together, we're learning how to age with grace, power, and clarity. And if this video helps, leave a kind comment. Your story may help another woman feel less alone. Let's start with this. Deep breathing exercises to open blood vessels. Naturally, most people think breathing is automatic, and it is. But the way you breathe can completely change the way your heart and blood vessels behave. After 60, our breathing often becomes shallow and rushed, especially if we feel anxious, stiff, or tired. But studies from the Cleveland Clinic and Harvard School of Public Health have shown that deep diaphragmatic breathing, the kind that expands your belly, not your chest, can lower your blood pressure, reduce heart strain, and significantly improve circulation in just a few minutes per day. Here's why it works. When you take deep, slow breaths through your nose and out through your mouth, your lungs fully expand. This signals your vagus nerve to activate the body's rest and restore mode. That's your parasympathetic nervous system. And when it switches on, your blood vessels relax and widen. That means more oxygen can flow to your brain. Hands, legs, and heart, your blood pressure drops and your heart doesn't have to pump as hard to move blood through tight, inflamed arteries. Women over 60 often experience chronic low-level stress without even realizing it. It could be from caregiving, financial worries, or the loneliness of aging, and that constant stress. It keeps the body in fight or flight, constricting your blood vessels and increasing the risk of heart attacks or strokes. But deep breathing, especially when done intentionally for just 5 to 10 minutes, creates a wave of healing signals throughout your cardiovascular system. It slows your heart rate, releases nitric oxide, a natural vessel dilator, and improves the elasticity of your arteries. One of the best breathing techniques I recommend is called box breathing. It's simple, and you can do it while sitting in bed or even while watching TV. Here's how. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, hold the breath out for 4 counts. Repeat this cycle for 4 to 6 rounds. This rhythm helps train your nervous system to slow down, regulate itself, and open up the blood vessels that often stiffen with age. Another powerful method is 4-7-8 breathing, where you inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. This technique is especially helpful before bed, as it relaxes the arteries and helps you sleep deeper. Better sleep means better hormone balance, which also affects blood pressure and heart rhythm. And the beauty of these methods? They don't require movement, equipment, or strength. They honor your body exactly where it is, without judgment or pressure. Even if you're bedridden or recovering from surgery, you can still use the power of your own breath to support your heart. One woman in her 70s recently wrote, "I started deep breathing every morning before getting out of bed. Within a week, I noticed fewer dizzy spells and my fingers weren't cold anymore. It's like I gave my body the oxygen it was starving for." That's what deep breathing does. It gives your cells life again. Your heart no longer has to fight uphill against tight, narrow vessels, and your entire body begins to soften into healing. So if walking is off the table, let breathing become your medicine. It's free, gentle, and scientifically backed, And it just might be the first step toward restoring the strength of your heart without lifting a single foot. This next one may surprise you. Use hot-cold showers to stimulate blood flow safely. If you've ever felt sluggish or foggy in the morning, your circulation might be moving slower than it should. And while walking can certainly help, there's another powerful, slow, and surprisingly simple way to wake up your blood vessels and heart. Contrast showers, alternating between warm and cool water in the shower, stimulates your vascular system in a way few exercises can. This practice, used for centuries in European hydrotherapy, is now being recommended by cardiologists and holistic doctors alike. Here's how it works. Warm water causes your blood vessels to open up, expanding and allowing more blood to flow freely. Cool water, on the other hand, causes them to contract. When you alternate between the two, it creates a kind of vascular workout. Your vessels stretch and contract rhythmically, improving their flexibility, just like muscles do during a good stretch. Over time, this gentle training makes it easier for your body to regulate blood pressure, maintain warmth in the hands and feet, and flush toxins that build up in sluggish veins. One study out of Finland followed elderly patients using sauna and cold showers several times a week. They reported fewer chest tightness episodes, improved mood, and better sleep. Even women who didn't exercise regularly found their energy levels improved. Why? Because your heart doesn't always need movement. Sometimes it just needs better circulatory signals. Hot and cold exposure sends strong signals to your autonomic nervous system, helping regulate heart rate variability, vascular tone, and oxygen delivery without lifting a single weight. Now don't worry, you don't need to jump into an ice bath or scorch yourself. This can be as simple as starting your shower warm, then turning the water cool for just 15 to 30 seconds at the end. Some women work up to alternating warm and cool every minute or so for 5 rounds. It's safe, low impact, and can be tailored to your comfort. Here's a beginner method. Start with warm water for 2 minutes. Switch to cool, not ice cold, for 30 seconds. Return to warm for another 2 minutes. Repeat once or twice. Always end with cool to seal the blood vessels and leave your body feeling awake and refreshed. This type of therapy also improves lymphatic flow, which is like the body's internal drainage system. As we age, the lymph system slows down, especially in the legs. Swollen ankles, water retention, and fatigue are common signs. But contrast showers help move lymph fluid, reduce inflammation, and support detoxification without medications. Many older women report that starting their day this way gives them a feeling of aliveness. One viewer wrote, "I started doing hot-cold showers after 65 and noticed I wasn't as puffy, my hands looked less swollen, and I didn't get as dizzy standing up. It's uncomfortable at first, but it wakes you up better than coffee." That's because the cold water boosts norepinephrine, a hormone that increases focus and mental clarity. At the same time, warm water calms your stress response. The balance is beautiful, and the benefits go far beyond circulation. So if walking feels like too much, or your legs don't have the strength they used to, try waking up your heart through water. A 5-minute contrast shower may do more for your vessels than 30 minutes of painful steps ever could. It's not about pushing through pain. It's about working with your body's natural rhythms. And this habit can be done every single day. No gym required. Let's talk about food. The best natural heart tonic. You can sip without moving a muscle. Sometimes healing doesn't come from moving more, it comes from nourishing better. And when it comes to protecting your heart and improving circulation without walking, there's one ancient, soothing remedy that heart experts love more than most: hibiscus tea. This isn't just a pretty flower. It's a natural powerhouse that gently lowers blood pressure, improves blood viscosity, and reduces artery stiffness. And all it takes is one warm cup a day. In fact, researchers at Tufts University found that drinking just 2 cups of hibiscus tea daily for 6 weeks lowered systolic blood pressure by an average of 7 points in people with hypertension. That's as effective as some mild prescription medications. But without the side effects like dizziness or fatigue, hibiscus works by relaxing the blood vessels and acting as a natural ACE inhibitor, which means it blocks the enzymes that tighten your arteries and raise blood pressure. For women over 60, this is a gentle miracle. Many of us become sensitive to salt. Our kidneys slow down, and our arteries lose their ability to flex. This makes the heart work harder, especially if you're sedentary. But sipping hibiscus tea, especially before or after meals, can soften that vascular tension. It supports the liver, reduces water retention, and cools down internal inflammation that builds up in aging tissues. And here's the beautiful part. It's also rich in antioxidants called anthocyanins. These help protect the lining of your blood vessels, known as the endothelium. When the endothelium is damaged from years of stress, processed foods, or inactivity, it becomes rough and sticky. This allows cholesterol and plaque to build up, blocking healthy blood flow. But hibiscus soothes and nourishes this lining, making it smoother and less prone to damage. You can find hibiscus tea in most grocery stores or online. Look for organic, caffeine-free blends with no added sugar to prepare. Steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried hibiscus petals or 1 bag in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. Drink warm or let it chill and sip it iced throughout the day. Many women add a bit of cinnamon or a slice of lemon for added heart benefits. Now, is this a replacement for medication? No, but it's a complement that supports your body gently and naturally. And unlike exercise, it asks nothing from your joints or your energy levels. It simply invites your body to relax and receive. Some women say, "But I don't like tea." And that's okay. You can even find hibiscus in capsule form, or combine it with other teas like rosehip or elderberry for extra flavor. The important part is making this a daily ritual. Let it be your quiet moment, your body's signal that healing is happening. Even when you're still, one woman told us, "I started drinking hibiscus after my doctor warned me about pre-hypertension. I didn't expect much, but within a few weeks, my hands weren't as cold, and I stopped waking up with that tight feeling in my chest. It's like my heart had more space to breathe." That's the power of nourishing your vessels from the inside out. So if walking is too painful or exhausting, start with a cup, one gentle, beautiful sip at a time, and let nature do the work for your heart. This might sound strange. Foot elevation therapy to help blood return to the heart. Have you ever noticed swelling in your ankles or feet by the end of the day? That heavy, puffy feeling that makes your shoes tighter or your legs feel like they've been standing for hours, even when they haven't. That's a sign your circulation is slowing down, especially after 60, when the veins in our legs have to work harder against gravity to return blood back to the heart. And when walking isn't an option, maybe because of pain, weakness, or joint issues, you need a way to help your body circulate blood with a ut movement. That's where something incredibly simple and surprisingly effective comes in: foot elevation therapy. Just by lifting your feet above heart level for 15-20 minutes a day, you can help your veins drain, reduce swelling, and take pressure off your heart. Here's how it works. Your body has 2 main kinds of blood vessels: arteries that carry blood away from the heart and veins that carry it back. Veins don't have the same pumping force as arteries. Instead, they rely on one-way valves and muscle movement to push blood upward. But after 60, those valves can weaken. Combine that with a more sedentary lifestyle, and you get pooling of blood in the lower legs. That's what causes those blue veins, swelling, or even that itchy burning sensation in your calves and feet. But if you prop your legs up, you reverse the pressure, gravity finally works in your favor. The blood in your legs flows back toward the heart with ease. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pull it up, and your lymph system gets a chance to flush out trapped fluid and waste. Doctors often recommend this to older women who experience chronic venous insufficiency, a fancy term for tired, overworked veins. And it's also helpful if you've had varicose veins, leg surgery, or just sit for long hours. But you don't need any fancy equipment, a few pillows under your calves, a leg wedge, or even lying down on the floor with your legs resting up on a couch or against the wall. Start with 15 minutes a day, make it part of your afternoon rest. Read a book, listen to music, or do your deep breathing exercises while elevated. Some women even combine this with cold packs on the ankles to soothe inflammation while draining fluid. And the emotional benefits are just as real. One viewer told us, "I used to feel so defeated when I couldn't walk without pain, but putting my legs up each afternoon became my way of saying, I still care about my health. Even if I can't move like I used to, I can still help my body heal." That mindset shift is powerful. You're not giving up. You're adapting. You're working with your body, not against it. And that's how women stay strong in the face of aging. So the next time you feel guilty for not exercising, or someone tells you to just go for a walk, remember, sometimes restorative stillness is more healing than movement, and all it takes is lifting your feet, letting go of tension, and giving your heart a break. Here's something fun: chair dancing and arm movements that boost blood flow safely. Now this one might make you smile, and that's part of the medicine. We often think of movement as something painful, exhausting, or complicated, but it doesn't have to be. If walking hurts and standing exercises are too hard on your joints, there's a joyful, safe, and surprisingly effective alternative: chair dancing. Chair dancing is exactly what it sounds like. You sit comfortably in a sturdy chair and move your arms, shoulders, torso, and legs to music. No jumping, no balance required, just fluid, rhythmic movement that gets your heart rate up gently while improving blood flow and lifting your mood. And yes, it's backed by science. In a study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, women over 65 who participated in seated dance routines 3 times a week saw improvements in cardiovascular endurance, upper body strength, and circulation. Why? Because even small movements, especially repetitive ones, help squeeze blood through your veins and arteries. When you raise your arms, twist your torso, or pump your legs in time to music, you're activating muscle groups that support circulation without putting pressure on your knees, hips, or back. Here's how to start. Put on your favorite upbeat song, something you love, whether it's old jazz, Motown, or a soft Latin rhythm. Sit in a chair with your feet planted. Start with arm circles, claps, or reaching motions. Then sway your torso. Gently add some knee lifts and let your body move freely. You can follow simple chair dance routines on YouTube or make up your own. The goal isn't perfection, it's joy, it's movement. It's circulation through celebration. Even just 10 minutes a day can boost blood flow, warm the extremities, and increase your oxygen intake. That improves your energy, sharpens your mind, and supports your emotional health. Something many older women quietly struggle with. Loneliness and anxiety can tighten the chest and blood vessels just as much as poor posture or cholesterol. But when you move in rhythm, even while sitting, your brain releases endorphins and dopamine. That's nature's way of saying you're still alive, and it still feels good to be in your body. And let's not forget the social side. Many women form small chair dancing circles in retirement homes, churches, or even on Zoom. One 72-year-old woman wrote to us, "I thought I was done moving after my hip surgery, but then I found a chair salsa routine online. Now I do it every morning with my coffee. It brings me back to life. And my hands don't go numb anymore." That's because chair dancing stimulates the vascular system, especially the smaller capillaries in the hands, arms, and brain. When those areas get fresh blood, your thinking sharpens, your skin glows, and your heart doesn't have to pump as forcefully. It's gentle, effective, and fun. So if walking feels like a mountain, sit in your chair and dance instead. It might not look like cardio, but to your heart, it absolutely is. And best of all, it reminds you that you're still in control, still capable, and still wonderfully alive. Aging doesn't mean losing your strength. It means learning how to use it differently, even if walking has become painful. Your heart still longs to beat strong, your blood still wants to move freely, and your body still craves care, even in stillness, whether it's through breath, water, rest, a healing sip, or a joyful seated dance. You are not powerless. You are wise enough now to know that health isn't always loud, sometimes it's quiet, and sometimes the gentlest habits are the ones that protect you most. So take these 5 gifts and give your beautiful heart a chance to heal in new ways. You deserve that peace. Thank you. I will see you in next video.